Hi, my name is Dr. Rachel Carlson, and I'll be discussing Transgender and Gender-Expansive Singers in Choir, a review of the literature. The purpose of this study is to review the published literature on transgender and gender-expansive, or TGE, singers from the past 10 years, 2013 to 2023, and compile recommendations for gender-inclusive pedagogy in the choral rehearsal, as well as areas for future research. Increased visibility of transgender, non-binary, and gender-expansive singers in the last 15 years has led to increased research and publication on the topic of gender-inclusive teaching pedagogy. While there is overlap between teaching transgender singers in the private voice studio versus in the choral rehearsal, there are topics that may feel gendered that are unique to the choral rehearsal, such as vocal parts, attire, and choir ensemble names. This literature review includes publications specifically related to gender-inclusive pedagogy as it relates to the choral rehearsal or the transgender singing voice. 2017 through 2020 CDC surveyed data analyzed by the UCLA Williams Institute and published in 2022 revealed a sharp rise in teenagers and adults under 25 who identify as transgender, comprising an estimated 43% of the transgender population in the United States. 1.3% of 18 to 24-year-olds identify as transgender, compared to 0.5% of U.S. adults. Choir directors who work with 13 to 25-year-old youth and young adults are likely to see these demographic trends reflected in their choral ensembles, indicating a great need to train music educators in gender-inclusive pedagogy. The Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network, or GLSEN's, most recent National School Climate Survey indicates that LGBTQ+ students often feel unsafe in schools, and that transgender and non-binary students in particular were more likely to have felt unsafe and face anti-LGBTQ+ victimization at school than their cisgender LGBTQ peers. Having at least one supportive adult in the school system significantly and positively affects outcomes for TGE students, including academic performance, educational aspirations, feelings of safety, school absenteeism, missing fewer days of school, psychological well-being, and connection to their school community, and music teachers often serve in this supportive role. Common gender-inclusive teaching practices include honoring student names and pronouns, using gender-neutral language during rehearsal, choosing gender-neutral ensemble names, and providing options for choral attire outside of the suit/dress binary. Singing in choir may cause some TGE students to experience vocal dysphoria associated with singing a vocal part that they feel does not align with their gender identity. The choral ensemble may include unique elements that feel gendered, which may cause TGE singers to stop singing in choir or to stop singing altogether. It is important that choral conductors learn about gender-inclusive pedagogy and how to create gender-affirming spaces in order to become more effective and supportive teachers and help retain TGE singers in choral programs. If you have any questions, please email rpcarlson@kean.edu. Thank you.